Is bigger really better? Let's find out. What if there was a laser cutter powerful enough to cut through thick wood and acrylic, yet precise enough to engrave your signature on a rock? Meet the xTool P3, an impressive 80W CO₂ laser cutter from xTool. In this video, we'll unbox it, assemble it, explore its features, and put it to the test to see if it really lives up to the hype. Let's get started. Wow, this thing is really heavy. Getting it out of the box might be a bit of a challenge. Now I can see why they put that forklift symbol on the packaging. Since this machine is pretty big and heavy, we'll start by assembling the xTool mobile workstand. It makes moving the machine around much easier. Let's build it together. Sometimes you've just got to have a little fun. Wow, this thing is seriously heavy. I knew the xTool P3 was big, but I didn't expect it to be this heavy. Even with two of us, lifting it wasn't easy at all. We definitely didn't want to risk dropping it or throwing out our backs. So we brought in this 500 pounds hydraulic lift table, and honestly, it was a lifesaver. We simply rolled the laser into position, raised it to the perfect height, and then carefully slid it onto the work stand. It made the whole process much safer, easier, and a lot less stressful. That's also why I'd recommend assembling the xTool mobile work stand before you even think about lifting the machine. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Once the laser is sitting on the stand, you can just roll it wherever you want in your workshop instead of trying to carry this beast around. It's much safer, much easier, and just makes the whole setup process go a lot more smoothly. Let's take a quick look at what comes in the box. You get the Safety Pro air filter, power and USB cables, antifreeze, a funnel, material clamps, masking tape, a piece of cardboard for testing, a 3 mm basswood sheet, and the smoke exhaust pipe. Alright, the next step is filling the cooling system. The xTool P3 comes with a bottle of antifreeze, but before you pour it in, make sure you check the manual to see how much antifreeze you actually need. The amount depends on how cold it gets where you live, so the recommended mixture can be different depending on your climate. When you're mixing it, always use purified or distilled water, not tap water. Tap water contains minerals and other impurities that can create bubbles or build up inside the cooling system over time. Alright, now it's time to connect the xTool P3 to the computer. Just plug it in using the included USB cable, insert the access key, and open xTool Studio. From there, click Add Device and follow the on-screen setup wizard. The software will walk you through everything, including updating the firmware and calibrating the autofocus. After that comes one of the most important steps, laser alignment. This makes sure the laser beam is traveling correctly through the mirrors and reaching the laser head exactly where it should. Don't worry if this sounds complicated. xTool has a built-in step-by-step guide, and you can also open the full calibration tutorial anytime from the lower left corner of the software. You'll use the masking tape that comes in the box during this process. The software will move the laser head automatically. Just place the masking tape over the indicated opening. Press it down firmly. The laser should leave a small mark on the tape. You'll repeat this process a few times while checking the laser marks and following the instructions on the screen. Now, I'll be honest, this was the only part that gave us a hard time. Instead of getting a nice overlapping laser mark like we were supposed to, ours didn't line up at all. At one point, there wasn't even a visible mark. We spent almost a couple of hours adjusting the mirrors until everything was aligned properly. So, if the same thing happens to you, don't panic. It doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong with your machine. Just be patient. Follow the calibration guide carefully. Make small adjustments, and eventually you'll get it lined up. Once it's done, you won't have to do it again unless the machine gets bumped or moved significantly. As you can see, this step took us a lot longer than we expected. We spent nearly 2 hours making lots of adjustments until we finally got a nice overlapping laser mark. If yours doesn't line up the first time, don't panic. Just take your time, make small adjustments, and keep testing. It's a bit frustrating, but once it's dialed in, you're good to go. Alright, now it's time to install the CO₂ cylinder. This cylinder is part of the P3's built-in fire safety system. If the machine ever detects a fire, it will automatically release CO₂ gas to help put the flames out. Hopefully we'll never need it, but it's great to know this extra layer of protection is built right into the machine. Let's get it installed. Alright guys, this is the fun part. Open up xTool Studio and connect your xTool P3. It only takes a minute. Once you're connected, just pick your material and the software takes care of the measurements automatically. Everything syncs with the machine, so you're ready to start cutting right away. Today, we're going to cut some plywood, but the P3 can handle many different materials for all kinds of creative projects. Let's hit start and see the results. And that's our first project. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.